It's a historic step for one of the largest police forces in Canada. Today, the Toronto Police Services Board voted in favour of a policy that will see police officers collecting race-based data. This is a first for law enforcement here in Canada. Though it's widely applauded at the meeting today, it does come with some questions and concerns.
It's a very historic moment. This recommendation was made 40 years ago in a report on police violence against the Black community, and the community has been waiting 40 years for the board to put forward a policy like this.
What it's going to do is start holding the police accountable in terms of how they are going to start relating and engaging with communities.
The policy will see the city's police officers tracking the races of individuals in certain encounters with the goal to, quote, improve transparency, accountability and oversight. Last year, the Ontario Human Rights Commission released a scathing report on race and policing, calling for race-based data to be collected.
And what you will see now is the collection of information, the analysis of that information, very importantly by an independent civilian body, and then identification coming out of that analysis of problems that may or may not exist. This represents a huge step forward in the building up of trust in policing and the elimination of any bias that may be identified.
The board says officers will have to undergo training. Now, there are also questions around how this policy will be implemented and criticism that police officers will not be collecting self-identifying data. Rather, police themselves will be identifying the race of the person they're interacting with.
I'm responsible for the conduct of all members of the Toronto Police Service, and I'll continue to do that. And if we do see elements of misconduct, whether it requires a training element or whether it requires a discipline element, then we'll deal with that.
So this report will come into effect on the first day of 2020. Now, it's not a done deal. They say that along the way they will continue to review it, add pieces, take away pieces, and continue to really monitor to see how it's working. So in the next couple of days and months, we will also see the police chief working along his police force to create a framework to implement this new policy.